All right, Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with my man Freudis Rojas.
What's up?
You know, you just got done running how many miles?
We just something light. We just did 3 after a good sparring.
My man said light 3 miles.
Light
I'd be
3
lucky to
miles.
just do a mile just today on my own.
You know, it's a blessing if I hear 3 miles from Coach K. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we usually be doing a lot of miles. So that's a fight. You know, fighters know if they hear like 3 miles, 4
Yeah.
miles. That's the biggest blessing you can hear.
You also were just on the, like you said, 3 miles after sparring. Not just anybody, you know, just, you know, no big deal, you know. Former, you know, super middleweight champ, fought for undisputed, you know,
Yeah.
Caleb Plant, you know. How was that sparring like?
It was great sparring. You know, he's a tremendous fighter. Obviously, that's why he was a former world champion, and he's still on that route right now to become a champion. You know, he showed me a lot of things in there that, you know, me as you could say a rookie or a young prospect coming up into the games that I haven't seen yet. So it's good that he's helping me out with experiences and giving me advice on what are things I need to fix on, what things I should do more, or what things I did right. So it was a good sparring, I'll say. And, you know, he taught me some stuff in the, you know, sometimes you don't always see all the time.
Yeah. You know, I mean, Caleb's slick, you know, and the fact that, you know, you're a welterweight, you know, and fighting guys at 168. I mean, you're definitely not afraid of the smoke.
No. I've always said for what Kay and my father installed in me as a young kid, right? They've always made me spar with bigger guys. You know, I've always said so I could take a punch, you know. But it really makes you not be afraid of sparring somebody who's bigger than you. Or, for example, like, let's say somebody offered me a fight. Samson offered me to fight somebody at 160. I'll be like, and I think I could beat him. My team believes I can beat him. I won't be afraid to take that step. You know, sometimes you got to go with the bigger guys as well, so you could take a punch and learn how to block and stuff like that. That's what we're always working with. In our team, it doesn't believe I'd be working with Shoo, you know, and stuff, and Shoo be working with me, or Renal will be working with me and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Or I'd be working with, you know, FA and all them. It just helps all of us out in different skills. It's me helping FA in like speed and stuff. He's helping with me to be, especially because it's gonna be rare, right? It's gonna be rare if I fight somebody my height or a little bit taller than me. But when that opportunity comes, I would know what to do, you know. So it's just a whole bunch of possibilities of doing that open a window for me as a fighter when I'm fighting in the ring.
You know, just being in the ring with Caleb, and I know that you got a chance to watch Charlo's fight. How much
Which
does
fight?
Charlo versus Benavidez?
Mm-hmm.
How much would like Charlo really have to be on his A game to go against like a Caleb Plant? You know, just
I think he got to be in a big A game. Like I said, Caleb's a very, very smart fighter. He knows when to change it up and stuff like that. I think Charlo definitely has to be in a big game plan. I wouldn't sleep on Caleb. Caleb's a tremendous fighter.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a way, you could say you hope Charlo sleeps on Caleb, because then Caleb can surprise him right after, you know. But no, look at Caleb's resume. You know what I mean? That dude's fighting one of the best, and he's slept a lot of people as well.
Yeah.
So he's nobody just because you could say just because he's a white boy don't mean he can't fight.
Oh yeah. I mean,
fight. So
I mean, I don't even think people can question that because the simple fact that if you do comparison, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I got love for Boo Boo, but you know, Caleb did a lot better against David than Boo Boo did. You know, so you know, speaking for like culture, you know, Caleb did it for the culture.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Yeah,
You know?
so I'm saying, like, you know, because you get a lot of that stuff, like, oh, he a white boy can't beat B or stuff like that, but he's a real great fighter. He don't even fight like a white guy, you can say, practically, you know? So, no, like I said, he's a tremendous fighter, so I think, even if that, I can say when that happens, because I do believe that fight would happen eventually.
Yeah.
I believe Caleb will win. But, you know, this is boxing, anything can happen.
Mentioned this is boxing, January 17th, your return on Pro Box, you know?
January 17th. You know, it's been a good little couple months, you know, off from fighting in the ring, but not off from the gym.
Yeah.
You know, Kay, my father wanted to give me at least 2 weeks off because I fought back-to-back in July and then again in September.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted me to take at least, like, you know, 3 weeks, maybe pushing 4. But I don't know. I think as a fighter, sometimes you get anxious being stuck at home or not working out. You feel sluggish and stuff. So I was already going crazy 4th day in the house. So, you know, came back to the gym, just like my boy Shushu over here. He's here early. But, you know, it's good to be back in the gym.
You know, with your opponent, I know that I looked at his box rec. You know, he's coming off, you know, he's had a win against Kevin Johnson, which everyone knows in Vegas. That man does duck no smoke. He sparred everyone from Floyd to Bud to everyone, kind of similar like you, you know. And so to have a win over like, you know, a very strong, intelligent, strong forward guy, what do you think you're gonna have to do to just kind of, without revealing the game plan, how to get this guy out?
You know, like I said, we work for a lot of styles. We know he's a tough and he's a wild dude. And he's southpaw like me. You can say this is gonna be my first time fighting a southpaw as a pro, but not as a fighter. As a pro, but not as a fighter. You know, in the amateurs, we fighting a whole bunch of international, everybody southpaw. So it's no disadvantage for me. Like I said, I know they got a game plan, thinking they're gonna beat me and stuff like that. But dude, they've been killing me this camp. And I'm gonna be a different type of fighter this one. I've always said each fight to come up, it's gonna be better and better each time. So I'm predicting a knockout or a really good stoppage. I don't see it going to full rounds, and if it does, so it's going to be outclassed, just like the last fight I did, and in San Antonio on the New Generation. So without revealing too much, it's just going to be an exciting fight. I mean, I feel like they're going to expect me to be running around or moving too much, but we don't see no threat of me staying there sometimes, exchanging with him in the pocket, you know? There's a lot of mistakes that he does that I feel like and my team feel like that he does that we got an upper hand too, so we've been working on a lot on those mistakes that he's been making.
You know, just kind of your journey from going from amateurs to professional now, you know, a lot of things have changed, you know, weight classes, maybe you've grown a little bit more, a lot more.
Yeah, a lot.
And just with some of the people that you were fighting in the amateurs with, seeing that your career's blossoming, their career's blossoming, from like being in a ring with like Virgil Ortiz or winning nationals against Frank Martin. What has that experience been like, seeing that these guys and you are like now kind of being the new faces in this generation?
Well, I would say in the beginning it was very frustrating for me because you could say, you know, I was ahead of them on number one and stuff like that at that time, and then now seeing them as a pro prosper more than me, even though I started later than them, obviously. It was frustrating seeing that because it's like, man, we were the same age and stuff. I did better than them in the amateurs and stuff. But I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think they're happy for me at the same way, but nervous at the same time, just in case they ever move up in a weight class. Or if now that Virgil's up to 54, you know, maybe, who knows? Maybe, you know, I don't know when, you know, I'm still growing, my body's still growing, so I don't know, maybe I would go 54 next year or in a couple months or in 2 years, you know. So I know there'll definitely be a fight between me and Virgil someday. But I don't know, like I said, I think they're happy to see me prosper, of all of us coming up as kids growing up in the game. But at the same time, it is like a caution that we kind of have to hold back, like, hey, hi at the gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there's always a possibility. You never really know, you know.
You guys might not even be able to be cool until like the retirement, Hall of Fame kind of thing.
Like Morales and Barrera.
Yeah.
Remember their rival, they hated each other during the fight, but now they're like real good friends and doing podcasts together. You know what I mean? So
it's true.
Yeah, so it's just like I said, maybe it might take us another 20 years. Who knows? So we could be real cool, but. At the moment now, you know, we're all young and hungry fighters that we all want to be the best and we want to be undisputed and stuff. But, you know, not everybody can be undisputed to be a world champion. Yeah. So, you know, I'm going to do my best to outshine the rest of them and show them that I'm the best.